who you are as a leader is very much who you are as a person, and your upbringing, the influences you've had throughout your life. So would you be able to share a little bit about your own journey, your own childhood, some of the experiences with your parents and who may have shaped you to become who you are today?
Well, I was born in Hong Kong. We moved when I was 3 years old. And I think we had a journey in our life in Canada that's very similar to other recent immigrant, now not so recent, but other immigrant families. My parents made sacrifices in order for the kids to achieve in the new home and have opportunities. And I think we're all thankful for that. But you don't want to disappoint them when they make sacrifices. They want to make sure that the sacrifices lead to success. I think that's a pretty common dynamic. And just to be really honest, in Asian cultures where education and professional success is so highly valued. And I went to UTS, University of Toronto Schools, and that was a very tough environment with an enormous amount of pressure to succeed. And with a peer group in high school, which I still rate as the most intimidating at the time, the most intimidating peer group, out intimidating my peer group at Harvard, Princeton, and University of Toronto Medical School. I had people in my class who were absolutely brilliant, winning the top of the math contest in the entire country. No, those were my peers. So with that, I think came a lot of push and desire to succeed and setting the bar very, very, very high. And I think that prepared me really well for university. But I've been very careful with my children to try to preserve the best of that desire to improve and to succeed, but to have an appropriate balance, that we can't walk through life thinking that everything is all about academic achievement. And again, your relationship with your children, your relationship with important people, with your friends and others that you care about or love, that's important, and that needs to be unconditional. I think when I started my leadership journey, I think it also forced me to reflect. We want to make this organization a really rocking organization with great results. But again, you have to learn as a leader to balance, how are you going to do that? And how are you going to do that in a way that's sustainable and doesn't burn out all of your staff? And I think there's some very important lessons to be learned. I think we all want to strive for excellence. Organizations that do that, I think, power to you. But there's a way of doing that and guiding and showing leadership in your organizations and in your leadership and management of your relationships that has to remain on a positive and constructive way.